myself Prema from Be Practical. Working as a HR and taking care of placement as well. Today's webinar is all about placement drive from data template. Speaker is Ms. Krupa. She has around 15 plus years of experience in HR domain, and from last 8 plus years of experience, she is working in data template. So I would like to introduce Krupa. Hi, Krupa.
Hi, Prema.
Yes, Krupa. Yeah. Thanks for supporting Be Practical. So you can go ahead with your data template profile and your placement details and all. So our students are there here, so you can start, Krupa.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I can see few names here, but I would still avoid taking your names because it's unfair to other people as well. So, I have Mukund from my team here who basically manages the hiring vertical at Data Template, and he comes with extensive, rich experience of 7 to 8 years only into recruitment and hiring. And we thank Be Practical for giving this opportunity to talk about data template and what we are all about, plus what kind of different HR initiatives we take at DT to keep our employees more engaged and more motivated at work. How we build a culture of fun at work at Data Template. So yeah, this is all going to be a part of the presentation that I will walk you all through. So yeah, let's quickly start this. So as you all know, we both represent Data Template Infotech Private Limited. We are a ISO certified company, active member of NASSCOM. As of now, we have two certification, ISO 9001 2015, which talks about quality management system, and the other certification is ISO IEC 27001 2013, which is information security and management system certification. So typically here in data template, pretty much all the processes are well defined, which are being audited on quarterly basis by the auditors. And there are internal auditors which take care of the system every 15 to 20 days in a month. So this is just about this. This is just the start. So this is the overview about us. So we predominantly focus more on various domains like finance, real estate, mortgage, healthcare. We also have one of our what do you say premium client based in the US, and their background is satellite and telecom. So we do the development for them. We are also engaged on aerospace and defense projects with ISRO and ADA as of now. Coming to the other domains would be hospitality, retail, manufacturing. Although we have extensively worked in the past on the projects belonging to these domains, we are as of now not much engaged on manufacturing or retail, I would say. Yes, hospitality, we do have some projects here as of now. We work with our clients based in the US, then UK, then a part of North America, then Russia, Asia, Africa, etc. Uh, we are a software service development company. We are a decade old. We established in the year uh, in 2010, but on papers 2011. It started off really small, but the way we grew in the past 10 years is something that only DTNs would understand. People who have witnessed every stage of struggle or every stage of any success that we have achieved, only the people here would know what I'm talking about. We have offices in Cincinnati, which is in the US. We have one more office in London, which is in UK. We have one office in Almaty, which is in Kazakhstan. 3 months ago, we got registered in Lithuania, which is in Europe. And then I think somewhere in November or October end, we got registration in Ukraine. which is again under EU region. So if you see the geography here, I think data template apart from in India also exist in seven other location. Here I'm only talking about three. As I told you, two more, which is five. Then in Bangladesh also we exist in Dhaka, which is seven, and Bangalore being the eighth one. So we are Indian based MNC. Um, we are not as big as TCS or Wipro, definitely, but work wise, employment opportunity wise, the kind of training and development given here, I think is more defined, more structured, and we could say that we are one of the competitors of TCS or Wipro for that matter. Coming to the kind of work we do, we predominantly work on software application development. Here on PPT, you might also see that we do a lot of maintenance work and 24/7 support, but that happens only if there is a special request from the client side. If the application is developed by us, that no, they would need certain kind of support from our end. Otherwise, typically we get a requirement, we try to understand what kind of application is to be developed, what are the different technologies to be used while building the application, and once the application is ready, it goes into deployment and production, and things are okay. I think we are pretty much good to release the product into the main system, right? We also have a team, which is a very recent introduction into the system, and this happened somewhere in 2019. I would say somewhere in November, December, or quarter 1 2020, where we build a team of artificial intelligence. Under that, we also had a team on machine learning and big data analytics. They worked on two live projects. They were the pilot batch people. So yes, they had their own experiences to share with us, because being a pilot batch, there is a lot of accountability that is, involved into the process. But yes, given that challenge or the struggles that we have had of our own, we have been able to deliver that project to the client. Apart from this, we also have a mobility team, which is again which are who are experts on all the mobile application development concept. Primarily, I think they are on Android and iOS. Long ago, we had a team on BlackBerry and Windows, but that's an old story. But that's the reason it's not been highlighted on the system as well. Coming to DevOps team, we have a dedicated team of 10 here across organization, who only focus on the DevOps activities. They are our DevOps engineers, and the team is in process of expanding. So we are likely to onboard 10 more people, which could be a combination of experienced and freshers. That's on DevOps, which comes under Microsoft Technologies. Moving forward, these are the services that we offer to our clients, international clients, very, very specifically. We offer customized software development, DevOps and testing and system integration, embedded services, mobile apps development, AR, VR concept. We currently have a project where we're working with the client very closely on AR and VR. We have a small lab in office where the AR and VR team members are working with the client. Then we have BI, AI, ML, big data analytics, and very last thing is on the PPT, IoT, cloud, and support infrastructure management. So these are the different kinds of offerings that we have for our clientele. This is the quality process where we were in 2017 versus where we are now in 21 versus what is our plan for 21, 22. So I hope you all can see the screen and see how we have progressed over a period of time from a certified ISO 9001 to a certified 27000 to clearing the surveillance audit, implementing different tools and system. Um, So a new thing that happened this year is we automated our HR processes. So that is very new to data template. That's happened first time here in DT. So all the processes are being automated. Eventually, I think other support staff like IT, QC, quality control team will also try to automate their process. Uh, we are uh, we are now in the stage where we'll be audited for aerospace and defense. So aerospace and defense certification, AS 9100 certification, is being undertaken by us because we have a lot of projects prospects on aerospace and defense, and one of the primary prerequisite for that is the certification. So we are soon going to be AS 9001 certified company. So this is how we grew. Now coming to the next slide, there's a very small process diagram here. So this is more readable, understandable to anybody who goes through this flow. So the project area is the blue color area that you see. So how it happens is at organization level, you see the pyramid there where we have the vision and policies of the organization, which is then segregated department wise, where every department has to come up with the guideline and the procedure. Once that is done, we have different tools, different system and different templates to take care of the organization, vision and goals. Post that, the quality control team will have a process defined for the clients as well, wherein the client, if raises a request for a project to be delivered within a stipulated time period, then they have to share certain documents which will be taken care of by the business development team. And then once that happens, then the project team comes into picture. So project team people will understand the requirement, required team member will gather the requirement, start planning on the deliverables, and then that's when our engineers come in loop. All the business requirement or project requirement will be shared with the developers so that they understand what kind of development they have to do using what technology. Then the developers will start building the application using their areas of expertise or their skills or the knowledge that they have. Post, what do you say? Post the project is delivered to the client, there will be some kind of audit or some kind of review, okay, where they will examine whether the work delivered to us is correct or as per our requirement, or still there are gaps. When the gap analysis stage comes, there are three things here. If you see towards your extreme right, there are three circles where one says measurement repository. So measures is nothing but how do we measure, how did the employee perform, or how did the project team perform, or how did the company perform. For client, it's company. For company, it's the manager. For manager, it's the lead. For lead, it's the engineer, right? So there is a repository specifically that we maintain here within the organization where we get the data from. Then based on the data, the audits are conducted with lot of different kind of reports being shared with us, a lot of different action plans shared with us. Then lastly come what is the lesson you learned during the whole process, right from the stage where you gather the requirement to the last step, which is the delivery of the product or the application built by data template. So that's the last stage where the team has to record that into the system. Technology wise, these are our areas of expertise. So if you see web and desktop software development, we have under that we use Java, .NET, PHP, Python, React, Angular, Django, MySQL. There are these are just few. There are many more because the kind of projects we work, it always comes with a tech stack which is a combination of multiple DBs or multiple backend technologies or multiple front end technologies. So I have not recorded everything on the PPT because then PPT would be like 30 slides or 40 slides. So I've just picked the few which are very, very important for data template. Under big data analytics, there are few things again which is listed here. Again, under mobility, there is few things which is listed. Service integration, we have listed few things. AI and ML, we have listed few things. Telecom, we have. Cloud, we have. For testing and DevOps, also we have listed few things. Coming to the set of clients that we have under healthcare, we have worked with WHO until 2020. PFHI, I think we closed the project post delivery in 2020. ICMR, UCL, Amgen, Government of Tripura. In this, some are the existing ones, some we have already delivered, and there are many more. Again, I have not added everything into the PPT. Finance and mortgage, we have other clients like First American, Atom Data, CoreLogic, LRES, Closing Corp. In this also, few are still our existing clients. Satellite and telecom, we have Viasat, NetSat, Dell EMC, Epiphany. Aerospace and defense, as I mentioned earlier, it's ADA and DRDO. Retail, we have few. Manufacturing, we have few. Coming to the industries, the domains that I was mentioning before also. So we render our services to these industries, which is healthcare, education, manufacturing, finance, mortgage, satellite, telecom, retail, non-profit organization, hospitality and leisure, government, aerospace and defense. So we get different projects on these domains. So coming to the last thing, as I mentioned earlier, this is the old slide we are yet to update. So Cincinnati, London, Almaty, Bangalore, there is Dhaka, there is Lithuania, Ukraine. There are 3 locations missing here. In US, we have 2 offices. So that one more office which we took 3 months ago, I think we'll be adding that soon. So we have 8 different offices. Any questions, guys?
Guys, anyone has doubt regarding the technology or about the data template, you can shoot the question, guys. Or else if you are not comfortable, you can keep it in chat box.
So coming to, again, while you are typing your questions, let me also highlight on the kind of technologies we have here. So our organization structure is being designed in such a way that every tech stack falls under a certain department. Okay, so like we have this Microsoft technology department. So under that department, we have a dedicated team of BI. Then we have a dedicated team of DevOps. Then we have a dedicated team of .NET. But under .NET also, you might find somebody only on core .NET and MVC, WPC, WPF, different kind of SQL, MySQL, PLSQL databases. Then there is one more small team which is more about .NET with Angular, like a full stack development kind of a thing. On the back end, we have .NET, and on the front end, the same person would be using Angular, different versions. So that kind of combination is available now with us as well as in the market. Coming to open source organization structure, under open source, we have a dedicated team on Java. Then we have some people who are on Node. We have a React team. We have a combination of Angular, Node, and React. We have a combination of Node and React. And we have only React also. So this is one side of open source. Okay, so now I think first question is from Gautam. Can you tell me about placements regarding to React Native? Okay, so I'm assuming his question is if we have React Native openings here. So Gautam, we do not have a React native opening as of now. We have React JS requirement. But if you are an aspirant who wants to learn React JS and also explore React Native, we are okay with that. We are okay with this combination. Minimal. Okay, coming to ma'am, what is, just a second, what is the minimum criteria required for React JS job? This question is posted by Pranit. So Pranit, again, if it is something to do with data template, my answer would be in data template, the minimum criteria we need is somebody who should at least have theoretical knowledge on React JS. uh, Online certification would be an added advantage. These are the changes post pandemic. Before pandemic, we wanted people to either have BE BTech degree into a triple E or ECE or CS or IT. Then eventually we kept it open to BCA and MCA students as well. And we had mandated trained students from any training institute. So if you are a person who is looking for a React job, then data template would typically talk to institutes who train people on React, and we will only take the trained people. But post pandemic, we are open to talk to people who have even pursued online training courses. But the proof should be there that you are trained on XYZ technology on any portal, online portal that you have taken. Okay, so Pranit, hope I answered your question. That is one of the minimum criterias in data template. Strong, we really appreciate if we get people who are very good on communication skills and interpersonal skills. We appreciate if we get dynamic people who can multitask, who can juggle between two, three scenarios or two, three projects or two, three whatever, as in the kind of job we do, right? So, but with that said, it's always a risk because not everyone would have that art of juggling between two different things. So but definitely strong communication and extremely good interpersonal skill is one of the prerequisite for all the requirements that we have here. Next question is from Gautam. What are you expecting from full stack developer? We are expecting a full stack developer to help us with full stack development. Fresher, okay, full stack developer. So here in data template, we have for every fresher 6 months of training period where they'll be trained while they are on the job, not like a classroom training or what you experience in a training institute. It will be live scenarios, real time projects. Where your leads will give you the scenario and you have to contribute. So during this period, training period, only expectation from any fresher would be how quickly he learns, he adapts, and he tries to execute. And the quality of execution is definitely monitored. Apart from that, in the 6 months, I don't think we have much expectation from a fresher because he's a fresher. Definitely, after 6 months of training period, respective leads and managers will set some kind of expectation on you because then you will be an employee on probation. So definitely they will set some expectation, but that will be talked to you individually. Uh, and what else? Is there, Shushmita, is there any percentage criteria? Yes, we prefer to talk to people, be it any qualification like BCA, MCA, at least 60% above, first class people. Chiranjit Das, I have a career gap of 2 years. Am I eligible to apply for a job? Definitely, career gap is not what do you say, should not be taken in an offensive way. Most of the candidates feel that having a gap is a crime or it's not ethical. It's just a myth unless and until you don't have a proper justification on the gap. I think companies would not consider you. But let's say if you're able to explain your situation and justify your situation for the gap, then any company would allow you, permit you to work with the company. So coming to Deepu Shetty, can you take diploma holders as a developer? Um, I think let me consult Mukund here once. So Deepu Shetty, the answer to this question is in total, if you have 15 years of education, then you can be taken as a developer, provided you clear the technical interview. Okay, so I mean to say 10th plus 12th plus diploma, right, can be considered as developers. Uh, Praneet, again, ma'am, what about non-IT branches like mechanical, civil who are trained for the job and certified? Praneet, the answer for you to this question is at the moment we are not considering uh, people, from mechanical and civil background into IT domain as of now because we have met a lot of people from different domains and interviewed them for a developer role or a tester role, but the tech team have rejected them considering that their understanding on the development cycle or the testing cycle is not that great. So we have got a special notification that we should only focus on triple ECE, CS or IT students. Coming to
Krupa,
some,
Krupa,
yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Additional to the question, because most of the non-technical, we have a student, they are cracking the interview very well. In case if they are technically too good, after taking interviews, can you consider them, Krupa?
Um, it's
After
a
taking interview, initially instead of rejecting non-technical, generally what I'm talking about, if the candidate is too good, because we can't say only IT computer science students are too good, and we can't tell that non-technical or not. For example, mechanical students or not. So after taking interview, can you consider Krupa?
We can provide a tech team clears, right? That's what
Yes,
I told.
yes.
Our technical team have rejected them based on their knowledge and exposure. So
Okay,
if the
but
tech team is confident, then we have no problem. But then the question comes again to tech team here, the panel
mhm,
members, that whether now they are open to interview people from different backgrounds because it was open few months ago. But
mhm.
looking at the rejection rate, we got the new changes into the system where we have stopped talking to people from other backgrounds
But there
because
is no resume level rejection, right, Krupa?
huh?
Resume level rejection is not there. Okay. Like after taking interview only, you are going to consider whether it's eligible or not.
Correct. Every company does interview first, right?
Yes, but initially few clients they won't consider in resume level. Is that true in your organization? What my question is.
No. So anybody else from this background with certain experience are welcome. But freshers, I'm not really sure because the rejection rate was very high
Okay. Yeah.
three
Thank you,
months
Krupa.
ago. Any non-IT branch with experience can apply. Uh, If you are experienced, yes. If you are a fresher, undergoing or trained on very specific tech stack, then at the moment in data template, it's a no because we did interview a lot of people, but we have got the feedback from the panel members that people from non-IT branches find it very difficult to relate to the questions and the scenarios given. So they are, although they are trained, they miss out on certain logical thinking, which IT branch people would be able to understand. So that's their observation. I do not have much to add on this because I am non-tech. So that's my answer for you. Coming to Soumya, I am currently working not as developer, but will be considered experience of fresher for this job. Soumya, you will be considered as a fresher because you are working somewhere which is not a relevant experience to us. So since you are not into that nature of job, then you will be considered as a fresher. There's a question from Harish T. I'm planning to switch career from core electrical to development role. Would data template consider? So, Harish, a question to you. Are you triple E? Definitely you can apply.
Krupa, question from mine. What would you suggest those who want to take full stack course? What is the booming technology?
Full stack, I think what at the moment we see Node on the backend development is in boom. React and Angular both are at par, so both are in boom. So a combination of Node, Angular, React, uh, should be great. Triple E, definitely you can apply.
Thank you, Krupa.
Yeah. So Prema, just a question to you. I see a lot of people from different non-IT branches, right?
Yes, Krupa.
So how many people do you have with you who are actually uh, from different branch?
Yeah, let me check with the admin team and I'll come back to you regarding the same, Krupa.
Yeah, yeah. You just let Mukund know. We
Yes.
will look into that. We'll see that because there is no hard and fast rule, right? There are always exceptions.
True, because why I'm telling you, because I have seen we have a HR session where we are going to rank the students. In that, most of the mechanical or non-technical, what we call, they are ranking good only. That's the reason I asked the question. Once the session got over, I'll have a word with our admin team and I'll come back to you and I'll communicate more on that.
Yeah, because I will not commit you anything. I don't want to make any kind of
Yes, yes,
promise.
I agree.
It's just that if you give me numbers, at least that could help me to
Sure,
talk to the panel members here and see what can be done.
sure, Kupa, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think everything is pretty much covered in simple. I'm assuming people have understood the background of data template. I've tried to keep as simple as I could.
Yes, Kupa, it
Uh,
was very informative.
very precise, as in I did not talk about any other thing which would deviate you all from introduction to data template to some other engagement models. I have not talked about that. It's just whatever is relevant to the students, I have spoken about it. So one thing is you need to confirm the date, that data with us. Based on that numbers, probably let me see how can I come up with a pitch to panel members, and then Mukund will keep you posted on that. If it's viable, we will definitely try. Anybody else on the questions? Anything else from your end, or should we just end the session?
Yes, nothing, Krupa. Yes, guys,
That's
anyone has questions so that we can wind up? Yes, Krupa, I don't think so. Thank you so much, Krupa, and thank you, Mukundan, as well. It was very informative session. We all come to know about data template also. So we are in touch with from last 1 year, Krupa, data template, and we have updates to students also. Thanks for being with us. It's almost 45 minutes, if I'm not wrong, Krupa. So hope we will meet you again. And I'm going to share you the resumes as much as possible.
yeah, yeah, definitely, Prema, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Krupa, once again. Thank you, Mukund.
Yeah, bye.